Good morning, guys. It's Gatlin here from CarPhonix. I think you guys probably remember the video that I did a couple of days ago. It's probably more like a week ago now at this point, about this truck and trailer that's behind me. We did the truck and now the trailer's back. So as mentioned before in the other video that I did, the idea here is to create a trailer connection that we can do at the tongue here. I left the wire kind of just dangling down here, put a little bit of tape on there for now. But I'm going to end up cutting this one off and putting a 4-pin trailer connector on there. Just a little bit more of an appropriate trailer connector, and I'll show you guys that inside there. So this customer invested some good money in cameras. He did the tailgate latch camera that's there, and that'll allow him to see the ball cock on his trailer and his trailer hitch. And he also got this camera here so we can run it along the frame of the trailer all the way from there all the way to the back here, and we're just going to stick it on the bumper, and just so that way when he's backing up he has a really good idea of where he's going. We're going to end up sticking the camera right there, and I'll show you guys the process. Alright guys, so this is what's going on here. We just got a very simple trailer connector here, so we're going to end up basically just cutting this bad boy in half, wiring one end to the camera side of things, which is right here, and then the other end will go on the truck side of things. So I'll put this end on the truck, and then we'll just fill this up with some grease. That way it keeps it nice and corrosion free. And then this side here will go to the trailer. And the reason for that, and the reason why I'm doing it that way, is so that when the trailer is disconnected, this isn't going to have any power or video going to it anyways. Whereas on the truck side of things, there's going to be power and such there, and there'll end up being a cap that goes over this when he's not using it as well. So that's what we're going to do here, guys. We're going to match up as many colors as we got here. We got a green, yellow, black, and red. So we'll use green, yellow, and then brown is black and red is white. And we'll obviously heat shrink and connect all these very nicely as we can. And yeah, we'll go from there, guys. So we're going to go ahead and lop off this connector that's right here, just like so, and we're going to go ahead and peel back some of these wires, grab some tools here, and we'll just lop these off like so. And then we'll go ahead and measure up our trailer length with a tape measure, which is right here, and we'll just go ahead and see how long this sucker really is. And we're just kind of get a baseline here. We don't need to be 100% accurate. At this point we are 24 feet, so let's put our foot there. 24. Gotta account for all those bends and stuff as well, so we'll just call it, what is that there? We will call that 34 feet. Probably 33 feet just to be safe, and we'll have some extra wire to work with. Alrighty, so I'm at the wire loom spools here, so go ahead, got our 4 wires. I'm out of red right now, not a huge deal, so we'll just go ahead and lengthen our wires here. Show you a little trick after as well. Alrighty, so I got my 4 wires kind of just coming off my spools there, and I guess there was really no sense in using my tape measure to go ahead and measure those bad boys up, because at the end of the day I'm really just going to take my cutters here and cut all these to length, give myself some extra at that end there. That is the tongue, this is the trailer, so we'll call it right about here, and just give this a good lopping. Boom. So this little trick that I like to use, and when we're combining wires here, we'll go ahead and just even up our length, stick one end in our vise like that, grab a drill like this. We'll go to the other end here. Just a little trickaroo here. Get her nice and tight as you can. Oh, dropping stuff here, boys and girls, dropping stuff. Get her as taut as you can here. All right, give her a little spin. And once you get this little braid going on here, just give her a little tug, and that just keeps her nice and straight. Next step here is to go ahead and start wiring up our one end, and we'll heat shrink and solder this, of course. Just, you know how we guys do things around here. Like so. Spread those apart, and we can go ahead now and start wiring this up. Using nice long pieces of heat shrink. Alright, so we're going to use black as brown. And I probably should have all the colors of the rainbow when it comes to primary wire, but I don't. So in this case, it's just going to be brown to black. And again, Western Union connections, boys and girls. Mr. Doug over there at Soundman needs to learn about these connections. So what we'll do here is we'll show you real close what we do here. So we just lop her off on either end, a little X. It says 5 times. We're 5 on that side, wrap. 5 on this side, and wrap. Just like that, guys. And just so I don't forget what colors go to where, snap a little picture of that. Get our soldering iron here in hand. Turn that bad boy on.
Ooh, chooch-it.
Chooch-it. How you doing, buddy?
Right.
Good. So we'll go ahead and wait for this thing to heat up, and we'll solder those joints. Alrighty. Alrighty. Give her a nice solder joint there, guys. Just give her a good old solder. It's like painting, you know what I mean? Like when you're soldering on here, the soldering iron needs a new tip desperately, but that's okay. And you just want to, you know, fill all that with sauter. Maybe Damien can give me a hand here, fucking holding this piece of shit. There, let me just burn the shit out of your hand while I do this too, eh?
It's alright.
Yeah.
I didn't need those anyways.
Yeah, you don't need those hands. Fucking wrench hands. This guy fucking puts together amplifier wiring and clamps so hard down on it that the fucking wiring breaks. Alright. One more sauter joint here. Like a show. Alright. So those are all soldered up. Alrighty. I don't want to get my heat gun out, so we're just going to do one of these with it here. And we're going to loom all this stuff up here. And just give her a little torchy torch. Heat shrinkaroo. Just like a show. We want to keep these connections as watertight as possible. Alright, managed not to burn any of that. So we're going to go ahead now. This side is going to go on the trailer side. Yes. Alright. That is what we'll do. And we'll go ahead now and get things situated. Alrighty. So Damien is looming up this wiring here. We're going to go ahead and put loom by the tongue there just to keep things nice and protected. And then we've got some of our waterproof tested exterior tape on the rest of the wiring. The next step for me is to go ahead and wire up the back of the truck there. And I got the other end of the connector right here, so I can go ahead and do that. So we'll wire that up, and yeah, things should be pretty kosher here. Alright, so I've prepared this in a way that the wiring colors match what I'm doing, not the factory colors here, so that way when I coincide with the camera over here on the back of the trailer, I'll know what's up. You understand what I'm saying, guys? You guys know what I'm saying. So we're gonna go ahead now and just split these back. We will put some heat shrink on the ends as well. Let's grab my wire loom here of heat shrink. We'll cut off 4 pieces, and I like to keep it nice and long, like I said, just so you know, less chance of water and that kind of thing getting in there. It is not waterproof heat shrink, but that is okay. All right, so you guys saw what we were working with over here before. I'll go ahead and get down on the ground here so you guys can see what's up. And we're working with this connector here, so we'll go ahead and lop that end off there. Got our 4 wiring colors here again. So we got our red, black, green, and yellow.
Not a good spot for that, you think?
Which? Yeah, I mean, we'll just follow the factory looms, right? You know, that way he has lots of length. And we'll have about, you know, a foot on this end too, right? So there'll be plenty of length there. Plenty of length. So go ahead and throw our heat shrink on our connections. Alright, so same idea as the trailer harnesses here. I'm going to match my wiring up to the colors that I know will work with the camera on the other end. So you guys will see the end result here in just a momento. I'm sure it probably would have been easier if I had just, you know, had red primary wire and green primary wire, but at the end of the day here, you gotta work with what you have. I have made an order, but it just hasn't shown up yet, so it's okay. If you're a real true bala installa, you can handle this. Give her the gun here with the sauter, Spread these apart like your mom's legs. Oh! Huh. Alrighty, there's that one, and then there's this one. Boom! Just not boom-tastic. Alright, so we got our exterior Tessa tape here, a pair of scissors. I've already heat shrunk and soldered all the connections at the back of the truck. Damien's now working on routing the wiring to the back of the trailer. What's going on, sexy man? All right, so we'll go ahead now and loom this up nicely. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and just tie this bad boy up right here to the trailer hitch. Alrighty, so cap will go on that just to protect it later on. We'll throw some grease on that, and that's nicely tied up along the frame rail. Everything else is holding up nicely here like we did the last time. So, and we'll just make sure that this has plenty of room to go in like a so. And plenty of room there. Plenty of room. Very nice. And we'll just go ahead now and just use some exterior Tessa tape on the 2 trailer harnesses and tie those together in a few strategic spots there. One there. Got my scissors. Tie that there. And probably one more just right down here. Alright, so the obvious connection for the trailer, you got your 7-pin, and now you'll have your 4-pin down here for your backup camera. So, the customer's request here, just to get you guys situated there, we have been asked to remove the spare tire mount and all of its hardware. So, I'm going to grab my ratcheting wrenches and we're going to go ahead and remove that spare tire. Alright, so now that we've got that spare tire off, go ahead and clean up this back bumper just using some super clean. Get her nice and shiny. Alright, so we've got the grease off there. Just gonna give her one more shot right here in the middle. because that camera sticks on with some double-sided tape that's hardcore. Alright, so Damien's got the line ran from there all the way along the back of the frame rail here. We're working near the sewage pipe here currently. Got the camera mounted on the back bumper. And we're just going to loom this and probably end up removing a lot of that panning underneath there, I would assume. Yeah. And we'll just go right inside of it? Yeah. Beautiful. Alright. Alrighty guys, so we got our wiring to the back of the trailer. So I'm just going to cut up 4 more pieces of heat shrink for our final connections. And grab my soldering iron, wherever that went, which is right here. There are those, and we'll get this thing all hooked up. Alrighty, so got all of our wires here, and just duplicate the same thing I did on the end of the trailer hitch. And you guys will see what's up after. Alright, so our camera's all nicely hooked up here, nicely loomed, everything's underneath of the trailer there. So next step is to go ahead and get in the truck and see how she works. Alrighty, so we got the rear camera working there. If he wants to switch between cameras, there's his rear trailer hitch, and then there's behind the actual trailer itself. So we'll go ahead here and just give you a nice little view of that. Nice wide angle of what is going on. Very nice. I thoroughly enjoy that. Very, very nice. Oh, we got somebody behind us here. Look at that. There's somebody behind the trailer. You can see that there, eh? Behind the trailer. We know what's going on. We can see that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You can see what's going on behind the trailer. Everything is lovely and very nice. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. Turned out pretty good. And I really thoroughly enjoyed the way that it all connected down here at the back of the trailer, connection at the back of the truck. And you know, it gives you a nice view of the bumper as well, so that way when you're backing up you have a really clear idea of what's going on there. So super cool, super enjoyable, and yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment in the videos below. If you haven't seen the videos from yesterday, make sure you check those out in the links that are provided to you at the end of this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. CarPhonix signing out. Remember guys, crimping ain't easy.